Hello. Obviously, I've talked to some of you guys before, but if you are watching this recording, this is our Locks and Launch kind of mid-month sort of call. We're going to touch on a few things tonight. We're going to touch on, first of all, we're going to quickly go through processes of market partners and processes of VIPs. So kind of like how you start, what you're doing to attract those people. But when those people drop into your inbox, you start having conversations, how to sort of go about that sort of thing. Then we're going to just do a touch on a little bit of onboarding and talking about like your why and stuff like that. And then we're going to go to talking a little bit on mindset as well. So because I know you guys just want to get super into it, obviously this month we are trying to, well, everyone, since the comp plan has changed, we are focusing on market partners. We're focusing on recruiting. And while obviously VIPs are important because you're building your business and a lot of you are still in your smart start, so blocks and neighborhoods are obviously really important and a really good way for you guys to earn good money. But if you're wanting to earn better money as well, you want to be getting rank advancements and stuff like that, which the rank advancements now, even though they're a little harder to I guess achieve, because now you need 2 active lines to get to your first rank, it's a little bit it's pretty much the same as like if you were to get a block, you just need 1 extra market partner sort of thing. But it has thrown a little bit of a spanner in the works, definitely, because people who weren't focused on building a team are now going, I have to build a team. And like, it's pretty just black and white that if you're in this business now and you want to grow, it means that you're going to have people under you. So when we're looking for, yeah, you got a question? Hold on, I'll just try and unmute you. Wait. Can you unmute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So to have 2 active lines, they need 200 PV, right?
Yes.
But that's just their product pack.
Pretty much, yeah. Just their product pack. Yeah. So if you're getting 2 market partners, they're probably most likely got, unless they've got like the sample pack or something like that, which the starter kit, like which is a sample pack, doesn't go towards your block either. So it's always best to sign someone up with at least the 320 pack, if not the 240 pack, like while we've got it.
Over. Yeah.
But yeah, they'll all have 200 PV or over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we're talking to market partners, we're going to go through how to attract market partners in a different level. And then we are going to go through that in another call. So when you're attracting market partners, whether it's you're doing reach outs, whether you put up a story and you do a call to action and somebody asks you about the business, it can be a little bit confusing on like your processes of how to chat to them about it. So I'm going to share with you guys what I do, and I guess it's been pretty successful. So when I have somebody who, usually I get a lot of people, if I either do reach out or if I do polls on my stories and stuff like that, I will message that person straight away and say, hey, lovely, I saw that you clicked on my story. Can I send you a little bit more about, or are you interested in the business? So they'll usually say yes, or they'll say, no, sorry, it was a finger slip, which I get a lot of. So then if that person says, yeah, I'm really interested, I'll always go into asking them about themselves rather than just going straight like, yep, I'm just going to send you a call. I go straight into saying, can I ask you what interests you about this business and what's your current situation that you're looking to change? Because straight away it gets them thinking about, well, like, why do I want this business, rather than just like watching a call and going, oh yeah, I'll jump on. Yes, it's $240. I'd like the product pack. you want to get to know about their situation, because ultimately they're going to be part of your team. You want to learn to know what their you know, why they're doing this, so you can remind them of their why and things like that when things get hard. You want to make sure that, you know, this business is all about connection. So you have to build connection before you go straight into like your sales pitch, because that's not really what we do, you know. So you have to go into connecting and saying, like, it can be, you know, what interests you about this business? What's your current situation? Or why are you wanting to like change? Or what's your current job now? Like anything like that, that gets them to open up to you, and you can build a conversation and connect on with that. That's always what I lead with. Then people say, you know, for example, I'm just really unhappy, you know, being a stay-at-home mum at the moment and not being able to contribute and blah, 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 blah. That's why I want. And I'm like, okay, then I talk back to them. Yeah, I have quite a few women in my team, or there's so many women in this business who do this as well as. I can send you, you know, a reel of someone, but I'd love to send you my video, my opportunity call, or my upline's opportunity call for you to watch, because it's going to let you know a lot about the business and answer any questions you have. Then they'll usually say, yep, cool. If they don't, if they ghost you, I'll just follow them up and say, hey, did you want to watch that video? Or sometimes I'll just send it and be like, hey, let me know when you've watched it and if you have any questions. Then I will always, and make sure that you do this, because I'm the like follow-up queen. I will pester the shit out of someone. I will always put in my notes and write their Instagram name or whatever it is and be like, okay, that person I've sent a video to, I need to put that in my notes. And every now and then when I'm thinking of like, okay, my goal this month, I need to get to market partners. When that comes into my brain, I'm like, okay, straight to my notes. Who haven't I checked in with? Who haven't I like seen, you know, if they've watched the video or whatever? Because at the end of the day, if you've got a market partner who's actually interested, they're going to watch the video. Give them a couple of days. They might be a mum, they might be busy, that sort of thing. And you'll find that most people will say, oh, I'm so sorry, I've actually just had so much on, I really want to watch it. I'm gonna do that soon. And then, oh, give me one sec. I think one of the girls is going to get in, but yeah, so then I will send them that. I'll follow up with them, say, hey, babe, have you checked this out? Blah, blah, blah. And if they go, yeah, I'm really interested. Some people will say, can I get on a call with you? Sure. But you need to also be mindful of your time, and you need to also be mindful that you want to have people in this business as well who are going to take action and have autonomy. You know, you want people who are just like, okay, yep, give me a bit more information. If you've got those people, because there's a heap of different personality types, right? So you're going to have people who really want the finer details, who want the you know, the comp plan, they want how you can get paid, all that sort of thing. I have a onboarding, potential market partner onboarding boards, which I don't know if all of you have, but I can send it to you. It's pretty much the video that I did with Caitlin that she did with Alira that did with Em, all different types of personalities. They can watch them, but then it's also got the comp plan. It's got a few other bits and pieces of, you know, that sort of thing of how we get paid. Most people, like 90% of the time for me, will just go, yep, I'm ready to jump in and I'll learn about it like later, sort of thing, because we have all that stuff in our boards anyway. And then we go, once they've joined up, we go into sending them our onboarding process, which is what I've got in our boards. And that's pretty much getting them to like go from the start. But that's a whole nother part of it. But I wanted to touch on you guys with what the process of like how to talk to your market partners and how to bring them in, because it always comes back to connection. It always comes back to, why do you want to do this? Do you want to change your circumstances? Do you want to, and asking things like, it really depends on the person, obviously, but asking someone and being like, how much time, like, can you commit to this? You know, because it is a business, and even though we can do it in all of our spare time, we all know, all of us that are on this call know that it does require work. And I personally think that being upfront with people is better, and being like, how much time can you commit to this? Could you commit, 8 to 10 hours a week? And if they say, oh, I don't know, then say that's really what's required in this business, because if you want to make it, sort of thing. I know that you guys want to get as many people as you can, as soon as you can, but you want people in your team who are going to work this business at the end of the day. If you guys are wanting, and I know all of you, because you're on this call, I know that all of you are serious about making this a business and genuinely making a difference in your life. You need girls under you as well that will. I have lots of market partners that join and don't do anything, and you'll come across those people, but you need to attract the women who have a very strong why and have good work ethic and all that sort of stuff, which is why it's so important to connect in those first few conversations that you have with them. Is there any questions about that? Just let me know. No, we're all good. Okay, so VIPs, obviously most of you have done VIP, so you kind of know the process. Yeah, so if all of you, touching on that, I've got an opt call that you guys send to people, but I would love for all of you to try and make a time with me where we can record an opportunity call that you can send to people. So I've done one with Chanel, obviously Caitlin did one with me, but it's good to have someone, because they're going to be attracted to you, obviously. They're going to be connecting with you and your story. So it's really important to put that and go, oh, here you go, I'm going to send you my opt call that I did with, my upline. So we'll try and book that in. I feel like all of you will do that because you all take this seriously, which is why you're all on this call. But yeah, reach out to me if I don't reach out to you first, and we'll organize that. VIPs, obviously pretty simple. Always making sure that you're putting he is so damn cute. Always put a call to action. Anytime you're talking about your hair, anytime you're talking about the products, always put a call to action, get people involved, get people interested, clicking on things, as many as you can. If one's not working, try something else, like question boxes, the little sticker links, all that sort of thing. And then, Samantha is putting, sorry guys. Okay. Hi, Sam. We're just in the middle of things. I'm just going to keep talking, but I'm going to open it up later for questions and stuff like that as well. So VIPs. So when you're talking to a VIP, what do you guys find is the hardest part? And I know probably what you're all going to say, but actually, if you could type it in the chat, because I don't know who's talking because I can't see everyone. Cara, you can unmute yourself if you want, and I would love to know.
Okay. I have been getting asked about if there's annual fees as well. So basically, sorry, I've got in the kitchen, but basically, if they have to keep spending a subscription, I keep getting asked that a lot too. That's a question. And then obviously when they do the VIP cart, what's that? I can't think of what it's called. No, it's that when it's the VIP payment for $30 or whatever it is. Yeah, fee. So that's what I'm getting asked for. So
this is probably across the board. So what I do when I send a card, so you've got someone interested, they've done your hair quiz, that sort of thing. When somebody, when you go, okay, I've had a look at your hair quiz, would you like me to send you my recommendation? They'll go, yep, thank you. If they don't, follow up with them, make sure that they do. So then before I send the cart, I will always send them a voice message, or if you like typing, you can totally do that too. But I find voice messages are very helpful, because I will literally send a voice message like I'm talking to my best friend. I'll be like, hey babe, sorry it took so long for me to get back to you. I was just like, had a manic day with the kids. You do not have to be professional. You do not have to like sound like you know what you're talking about all the time. I'll be like, well, sorry, I'm completely mind blanked. They just want to know you're a person and that you're going to like, you know, oh, I can and then so what I do is then I go straight into educating, and I'll go into always having, and for a little while, it took me a while, I had to write down their answers to their hair quiz, and I would have it in front of me and I would say, hey babe, I'm going to give you the black shampoo just because you said that you have oily roots. What this shampoo is good for is it's good for clarifying, it's got to remove buildup, it's going to, you know, blah, blah, blah. You're talking to their pain points, and then you're going to go into your goals. Like, because your goals, like for your hair, is growth, and I can see that you've got dry, damaged ends. What I would do is I'm going to put you on the Intense Repair Conditioner just because that's got Capixyl in it. That's what I put on, you know, women who have alopecia, postpartum hair loss, that sort of thing. And I find really good results with that. So I'm going to give that to you. And then I'm going to give you a Restore leave-in. So you're going through all the products. It takes a while to condense it because for the first few times I was like, blah, 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 and you'd spill out everything. But you would rather somebody know more than not enough and feel confident that you have not know all your stuff, but that you have actually taken the time to know what their hair is like and go, okay, this is what I'm speaking to. So it builds value already around the products before you send them the cart and they see $170 and they're like, whoa, like too much for shampoo and conditioner. So I always send this first and go, hey babe, blah, 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 this is what I'm sending you. Then before I send the cart or straight after I send the cart, just depends, every time it's different, I will say, what you'll see, babe, is I've popped a free product in there for you. It's the split end mender. It's one of our best products, blah, blah, blah. When you become a VIP, you get free products. You also get free shipping. You get 15 to 25% off, and you get birthday vouchers. So, and I kind of like, I'm just like, oh, with the free product, this is what you get as a VIP. So when they see that VIP fee, they already know what they're getting. They already know why, because you've just told them that they get all these amazing perks. I never, like, I've probably twice, I have 100 customers, twice or three times have someone say to me, oh, what's the VIP fee? Do I have to get it? Like, do I have to do that? Because I've already told them all the good things about becoming a VIP. Then I will say, so this is like my little spiel. I'll say, you know, I've popped this, this, and this in for you. As a VIP, you get free products. So I've popped in that, the free split end mender for you. You also get your discounts, all this sort of stuff. Then at the end, what you'll see is a flexi ship order. Now, what that order is it's a ghost order, just sits there for 8 weeks. And what it is I just have full blown mind blank because my child just came in. Start again. I say it's a ghost order. It sits there for 8 weeks. When those 8 weeks come around, you'll get an email notification, and I will too. It gives me a really good chance to reach out to you, see how your products are going, whether you're liking, you know, your products and all that sort of thing. And then I've popped the oil in there just because I think that that's what you're going to need, because I think everybody needs to be on the oil. It's super important. But, and I always say, but if you don't want to purchase that in 8 weeks, you don't have to. What we can do is we can push that back another couple of months, and we can do that again and again until you're ready to buy. So it's not an auto ship. It's not a subscription. It's literally just a flexible order for you to have in the future, and just reminds me to check in with you and things like that. That always, once I'm saying, but you don't have to purchase if you don't want to, it's there for you in the future. And then I will always say at the end, but you have to have the flexi ship on there just to get your free products and your free shipping, because that's true. That's what you get. So you always end it with, but you just have to have the flexi ship on there just so you can get these things. Honestly, I never get really many issues about flexi ships because I'm packaging it in a way of going, this is a really good chance for me to check in with you. I'm going to see how your products are going. And sometimes if I've got enough time, I'll just say your products are going to last 4 to 6 months anyway. So it's likely that you're not going to need shampoo and conditioner, but we're going to reassess when we get to that date. And if you don't want to purchase anything, that's fine. I'll just push it back another couple of months for you. Just cruisy as. And most people are like, oh, okay, cool. Like, that's fine. And yes, you'll probably get most people push it back. When I send a message, they're like, hey, can you push it back? But that's fine. If somebody asks, can I cancel it? You can say, you can, totally. There's no fee or anything like that to cancel it. But I just don't suggest to, because you'll miss out on all your free products, on all your free shipping. And it just is like, it's just easier for you to get your next product if it's there. I've had definitely a few people cancel their flexi ships, of course, because they think it's like that. But yeah, so have I kind of covered things about the VIP? Is it? Yep. Okay, cool, good. Okay, so now that that's done, and we've talked about that sort of thing, I want to talk about, sorry. I was meant to. Okay, so if you haven't watched Julie Stevens, oh yay, that's so good, Shannon. If you haven't watched Julie Stevens' onboarding video, it's in our boards under onboarding. It's amazing. She's fantastic. She always comes back to this. She always comes back to onboarding yourself. So asking these questions, which I'm going to ask you guys tonight. If you can't write them down, think about it, like answer them to yourself. But ask this to yourself every month. And then you can also ask this to potential market partners. If you have people who are a little bit harder to check out, you can ask these sorts of questions. So obviously I always talk about our why, and it's really easy to get into this business and forget why we started, forget why we originally said yes. But it's super important because we're going to have hard days. We're going to have days where we want to quit and we want to give up and we want to go, this isn't for me. But if your why is strong enough, it's going to help you overcome those hard times. So for me, there have been countless of times where I've wanted to quit, but I take a step back and go, okay, I can rest. I don't need to quit. Why am I doing this? Why did you originally say yes to this on times where you're like, oh, I didn't get that VIP today? Or, you know, for example, one of the girls today had one of her girls, that's okay, babe, go for it. I had one of the girls, you know, lose a VIP to a friend of hers. So that can get you down. You have to keep thinking about why you started this. Is it because you want to, you know, earn a bit more money? No, it's not because of that. What is deeper than that? You've got to keep asking yourself why it is. Oh, I want to, you know, maybe earn a bit more money to help my husband. Why do you want to do that? Is that because you like genuinely love your husband? Is it because you want to help out? Why is that? Is that because of security? Is that because you grew up really poor and you don't want your kids to grow up that way? Is it because, you know, you never got to go on holidays with your family and you saw other people going on holidays with their family and you never got to, and now that's something that you want to do? You want to take your kids on holidays. You've got to bring yourself back to that why of why you started. And I've said this to Levi so many times, because when she got on the phone with me, she was like, I can't tell you my why, I'm going to cry. And I'm like, that's exactly why you should be doing this. Your why should make you get super emotional. Your why should be so important to you because you're going to have hard days. Like this is a business and it's not for everyone. It is for people who have grit and who can push through those hard times, but also people who have big heart. Yeah. Who are strong, you know, and people who have big hearts and people who are genuinely doing this because they care about the people in their family, people around them, that sort of thing. None of us in this team are really in it for, you know, freaking, I don't know, Rolexes and all that sort of stuff. Like, I'd love a car, of course, but I want a car because I want to safely take my kids somewhere, because as a child, we didn't have a good car and I was always really embarrassed. I don't want my kids to feel that way. So those are the things that you have to come back to, and have it written down. Your why will change as well. Your why will definitely change, because it's going to go to a point of, okay, well, I've taken my family on holidays and I've gone overseas on the trips and I've made new friends, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to start this as well. So what's my why now? And you've got to keep coming back and checking in with yourself what that is, because if you lose it, you will lose sight of why you're doing this. You'll lose your vision. And it's very easy to do that and just go, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So always come back to that. Your why. So number 2 is time. How much time are you willing to dedicate to this business? If it's, you know, maybe 10 minutes a day, it's like, what kind of business can you do in 10 minutes a day? You have to ask yourself, how much time are you willing to dedicate? Are you willing to do this every day? Are you willing to we all feel like that, Shannon. Everyone, we feel like we are constantly dedicated to this. You know, and you have to stick with it every day. You guys hear me talk about this all the time. The 1%, if you're doing 1% every day and you're showing up for your business every day, that is what's going to make a difference. You're not going to get anywhere. There's no use in being the girl who goes hard, putting into their business every day until they get their bonus and then drop off the face of the earth for, you know, 7 days and nobody sees from you. Because in those times as well, and I talked to Michelle about this today, if you drop off and you've got somebody, you know, in your town or somebody else that's talking to those people and you don't show up for yourself and your business, that person may just go, I'm just going to go with them because I haven't seen her in a week. Is she still doing it? Like, I don't know. You have to show up every day, and it's not just for you, it's for your family, it's for everything else as well. And you need to make a dedication to yourself. Like, okay, I'm going to dedicate every day to this. And if it's uploading a set of stories, that's it. You've done your business. You've done your 1% every day. But time is important, because you have to promise yourself that you're going to dedicate time to this business. Otherwise, it just won't go anywhere. And that's true, because so many people have said to me, talked about, you know, influencers and people who have like a large following and stuff like that, and think they don't have to put much time into it. Most of those women don't know what it's like to actually put time into like an actual business, and most of those women drop off. So it doesn't even matter about the followers and all that sort of stuff. It matters, it comes down to commitment, the time that you're willing to put into this, your dedication, all that sort of stuff. That's what it truly comes down to, not how many followers you have or anything like that. And being intentional, like being very intentional with your time. If you're committing 30 minutes a day to yourself that you're going to do this business, be intentional with those 30 minutes. Put your phone on airplane mode. Carve out a chunk of time, whether it's like 8:30 at night and you're exhausted from the day, just do 30 minutes. But make that dedication to yourself and go, I'm going to be intentional. My 30 minutes are done. Put a 25-minute timer on your phone. As soon as that goes off, business is done. Go back to your kids. Now, income. This is something that you should ask yourself, but you should also ask the women that you're, bringing into this business. How much do you need right now? Like, what would be useful for you right now? Because for me, it was $50 a week. And I am the type of person who, when I saw truly what this business could do, I was like, okay, I'm going to be making a little bit more than $50 a week. But how much do women need? Like if you're talking to someone who's a single mum and they go, I could really do with an extra 100 a week. Okay, babe, that's literally 2-3 people a week. Like that's all you need to sign up to get that $100. And you can then like speak to that. What could you do with more income? What could you do? Where's your heart? Do you want to bless others? Do you need to put it back into savings? Like what does that money that you get, the $50 or the $100, what could you do? Like, what could you do with that income? These are the things that you sort of need to ask yourself, because it helps you get deeper into why you want to do this. And you can ask these questions to women as well. It really depends on obviously who you're talking to, because you'll be able to feel it out. But if you guys are getting serious about, you know, wanting women who are serious about this business, ask them these things. Like just straight up and be like, how much do you need? Because I can tell you how much you can earn, but it comes down to how much time you can put into this, your why, all these sorts of stuff like flow into each other. Okay, this is one for you guys now. Look back at what you had compared to now when you're feeling ungrateful. So you guys might be, and I do this all the time. I have to bring myself back when I'm feeling ungrateful and I'm feeling like, oh, I didn't get this or that or whatever. I'm like, okay, I was able to pay off my debt. I wasn't able to do that before. You know, Levi, it's like I got to be able to buy my sister a passport. Like I never thought that I'd be able to do that. Bring yourself back to those things and go, okay, where was I before? Am I better off now? Definitely. You're going to have days where you go, no, I'm not better off. I'm stressed and I've been on my phone all day and all that sort of stuff. Like we're going to have those days. But it's important to come back to, okay, why did I start this? Have I achieved what I wanted to achieve? And it may take a little bit longer, obviously, than some people, but you need to come back to that to be like, I'm actually growing as a person. So yeah, I may be stressed, but I've paid off some of my debt. I've been able to help with groceries this week. I've been able to take my son on a coffee date, which I couldn't do before because I was stressed about money and had to ask my husband or whatever it is. You're able to do those things because of this business. And it's very easy to lose track of that, but you've got to bring yourself back to it and go, when I'm feeling like ungrateful or upset or whatever, where was I before when I started this and where am I now? Because I can guarantee you've grown as a person and you've got something out of this, whether it's even a new friend, you have leveled up in some way, shape or form. Okay, contacts. You need to learn how to make contacts. Learn how to make contacts come to you. We'll touch on this. This is my biggest one. Build relationships, connection, and trust. Start with 10. Well, this is Julie. Start with 10 people every day for 10 days. This is something that I'm going to make a challenge out of eventually, but don't be scared. And everyone goes on your list. So everyone goes on your list means that every single person that you talk to could benefit from this business. Start making a list of people. Like I'm talking to myself here as well, because this is something I'm not great at. I'm not great at reach outs. I love talking to people in person, but I've started to make a list of people. Like I literally yesterday was like, I feel like that lady at the coffee shop who's waiting on tables needs this business. I don't know how to talk to her about it yet, but I'm going to keep showing up here every week and learn her name. And I'm going to come in every week because I know that I go there with my client every week, and I'm going to know her name and I'm going to work on this, because she might be your next, I don't know, runner in 6 months. Who knows? And it's scary. Like you're going to feel uncomfortable. Trust me. You feel like a lunatic being like, hey, do you want to sell some shampoo with me? Don't say that, obviously. But building connections and relationship and trust is like the biggest thing for me, because once you have a connection with someone, they feel like they trust you. Number two, we're in this business because we want to help others. So if you're connecting with others, you're not, and you figure out their why and all that sort of stuff, there's something inside of you that's like, I need to help this person. They need what I'm doing. Because even at the end of the day, if you're like, oh, well, I've only gotten 5 VIPs or like that sort of thing, how do you know that that person is not going to, you know, make $1 million at the end of the day? You never know. So you've got to create like a contact list of some sort. And even though, sorry, Cara, I didn't see what you said. How do you approach others? You don't know. Honestly, mine is super organic. Like I today was with another support worker and I literally dropped in and said, oh, I've got a Zoom call tonight with the girls on my team. She's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I work for this amazing company. Have you heard of it? And I'm telling her about it and all this sort of stuff. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, blah, blah, blah. Nothing came out of it, but I opened up that conversation. And I'm then going to probably get her number. And then I'm probably going to, you know, message her about it or be like, hey, add me on Instagram, you know, and so she can see what I'm doing. I stalk people at cafes. I just looked at her and was like, you know, she might need this business. But, you know, think of the women who will need this business because, yeah, you're going to get good at making contacts. You are going to step outside of you're going to get uncomfortable and you're going to be like, hey, like this is what I do. And your confidence will build. Your confidence will build. Famous people. Your confidence will build and you'll do this. Like you will find it way more natural. Like the other day I was sitting with my client at work and her, there was a little girl doing piano lessons. I started talking to her mum. She goes, what do you do? And I was like, oh, have you heard of Monet? He's like, yeah, I think I have heard of it. I'm like, oh, that's the business that I'm doing at the moment. It's amazing. Like it's made the biggest difference to my life. I have grown so much. I do this and do that. Pretty much what it is it's low tox anti-aging hair care. And I just sell it like to people because it's amazing. I started using it. It made a huge difference to my hair. And I saw like so many other women making a lot of money from it. Guys, you don't have to say a huge spiel. Just be honest. Like be honest why you started it. If you strike up conversation with someone, ask them what they do. So then they ask you what you do. And then you can tell them. It's freaking scary. Trust me, I know it is. But just to tell them what you do. You don't need to close that person in that conversation. You just need to make conversation. You just need to make friends. That's all you're doing. And if you don't like making friends, you're in the wrong business. I'm sorry. Because that's what this is. It's connection, it's helping, it's serving, like that sort of thing. I don't even know how long we've gone for. What time is it? 6:40. Wow. Okay. Events. I know Levi is big on this. I can't get my head around it. I'm trying. This is something that I want to do, but events, and I know because I have seen it in action. I have seen it work. Events, connection, work. You can literally get somebody over to your house and wash 3 people's hair and sign up all of them in that time. You're building relationship, trust, and connection all in that time. You're helping people feel the product. You're being yourself. You're being your natural, authentic self. So you're attracting people already. Different ways are three-way calls. If you ever want me to jump on a call with you, which obviously I feel like most of you are pretty confident to do that, but if you ever want me to, I can. One-on-one calls, like I'm doing a call with the girl tomorrow. Wine and wash or margarita and Monet, whatever. Coffee dates, like literally, I love coffee dates. I love being like, hey, like let's hang out for a coffee. I'll buy you a coffee. Like, let's talk about this. In-person events get people closer. Keep doing events, one per month minimum. That's for me the scariest part of all of this. Events, when I think of having people over in my house and washing their hair in my sink, my heart is like, no, I can't do it. But I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to try and do one this month. maybe. And I just realized that I'm going away for the next week, but still. And so events are going to work. Like events are going to, I'll be done in 20 minutes. So yeah, events are a big thing. Just try and do them. Even if it's just getting a friend over to wash their hair so you can take some content. That is working your business. You can get content, you get your mum over. Like Levi, you've done that plenty of times, and I'm pretty sure that's worked pretty well for you. People want to see, like, you're working your business if you're doing that. Okay. Like a bigger team and talking about MMPs and getting them to MMPs. I wanted to touch on, okay. I wanted to talk about mindset just a little bit. This isn't, look, I'm going to be honest, this isn't something that I have had lots of practice in or anything like that, but these are like the little things that I have picked up. We all have blocks with our mindset and things like that. So mindset is obviously huge in this business. I'm pretty sure you all know that, because we're battling every day against our own mind to not give up, to not compare ourselves, to, you know, not copy other people. Like we get into, and it's really easy to get into a negative mindset in this business. So you want to like ask yourself, what are your biggest roadblocks? For me, to be honest, mine is comparison. Terrible. I'm like, compare myself to the best of the best, have huge expectations, and I let myself get down about that. And thank God for Caitlin and Alira, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Self-doubt, imposter syndrome, you know, like not feeling good enough to do this business, feeling embarrassed, feeling like, what if, doubt, shame, all that sort of thing. Guilt is another one, when you're feeling like, oh, I've been doing this business for like three weeks and my kids just told me they hate me being on my phone. That's another one. Like you have to identify what your roadblocks are, and you have to think when your mindset is bad, obviously when it's negative, it affects your business, because we are our business. We show up. When I say like get on your stories, go live, that sort of thing, your mindset is going to affect how you show up. So you're trying to think of who you're trying to attract. Your mindset is going to always affect how you're going. So like Cara, underachieving. Your block is you think that you're underachieving. You're going to show up not confident that you can achieve things. You have to start doing things for yourself. And it's really hard, because when I have battled with this as well, I'm like, well, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix comparison. I've dealt with that my whole life. What helps our mindset? Like we know ourselves, we know what helps our mindset, whether it's promising yourself that you're going to read a bit of a book, whatever it is, like a leadership book or mindset or meditation, whatever it is. If you know that meditation or prayer or something like that sets you up in the morning, commit yourself to that. If your mindset is not good, because you need to recognize when you're overstimulated and you are, because most of us are mums, you need to recognize that your mindset is going to affect that. So you need to recognize that and put yourself in a better mindset. You need to literally go, what are my insecurities? Because that's pretty much what they all are. What are my insecurities? How does that come into my business? Because we are all putting ourselves out there. We're literally showing up and going, hey guys, doing this business, blah, 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 blah. If your mindset's terrible, you're going to come in and be like, hey, everyone, I am selling this shampoo and I love it. Like, would you guys buy from me? Like, would you guys literally be like, Jess is like, yes, I would. You have to, and if you realize that you're not in a good mindset that day, don't show up on your stories. Like, do something else that's working your business. You need to recognize when you need to take some time away as well. But mindset is something that you should always be working on. So whether it's whether it's, you know, going for a walk, whether it's listening to a podcast, because it's really easy to go, I'm just going to work. But what you don't realize is if you're not working on yourself, this business is not going to go very far. You have to be working on yourself. You have to be working on your, honestly, for me, it's like prayer and going to see a psychologist. Like I have to do that work because it's going to show up in my business. And I'm sorry for everyone who thought that they're just getting on and selling some shampoo, because it's a lot. It is a lot deeper than that. Levi has literally said to me before, she's like, man, I thought I just signed up to like sell some shampoo. This shit is so deep. Like, and I'm like, I know. It literally will bring things out of you that you didn't know that you had. Like I didn't know that I had, well, I've always known that I have been quite insecure, but I didn't, and I'm now I'm a lot more confident, but I didn't know that I struggled with comparison so badly until this thing. And I know that it affects my business. I know that every day it affects my business because it affects me from showing up in the way that I want to show up. What was I going to say? Yeah, things like work on yourself daily, whether it's committing to like 2 pages of a book, literally like 2 pages is all you need to do. Listen to a podcast, go like pray, meditate, that sort of thing. You need to like commit to yourself that you are going to be better, because if you're better, your business is going to be better. Don't put one in front of the other. Don't put your business in front of you, because as long as you're doing well, your business is going to do well, because you're going to show up as your best self. You're going to show up more authentic. You're going to show up more confidently, and people are going to go, well, she's real and I like her energy, you know, like that sort of thing. So, obviously don't get offended, like not obviously, because we all do it. Don't get offended when somebody says no to you. This is a big one, because when that happens, you instantly, and it's human behavior, you instantly take it personally. Like, oh, did I not do something right? Did I not say something properly? Did I like, I don't know, was I like too full on? Did I like come on too strong? Maybe like I've turned them off. Did I not give them enough? You always relate it back to you. Don't get caught up on the result of what you're doing. Obviously, learn lessons from what you're doing, and always be learning what you can do better, but don't separate it from an action and separate it from you, because you don't need to take that on personally. It could be a multitude of different things, but you can't carry that, because you'll carry that into how you show up for the next person. Somebody says no to you. Okay, cool. Next girl. Where's my new girl? Where's the next person that I'm talking to? Water off the duck's back. And I know that's really hard for some people. It was really hard for me to begin with as well, but you will learn that, and you'll learn to get thick skin in this business, because it's never about you. It's always about them. It's always about their, you know, I don't know, insecurity with money or their trust levels or whatever it is. It's always about them. It's never about you. So learn to not take it personally and just focus on like the new person. When they're saying no to the products, it essentially just means that they need to see more. They're asking you to show them more or trust or whatever. When they say like, no, I'm not interested, it's literally just because they haven't been educated enough. That's it. It's not because they don't like you. It's because they don't believe in the products. So it's your job to show people how amazing the products are, which is why we do, you know, your before and afters and, you know, your first wash and all that sort of stuff. You're always educating, because there's no point in being like, hey, do you want to join my team? Or hey, do you want to put these products on your head? But they don't know how amazing they are. If somebody says no, it always means they just need to build a little bit more trust and need to know more about the products. Okay, that's kind of it for that. And then we've got 10 minutes left. This kind of plays into that as well. But in terms of like, because all of you are going to be leaders, all of you already are leaders, and you're showing up like you're going to be a leader anyway. But it's important to just like, you're going to display leadership skills before you have a team. So most of you only have like maybe 1 MP, or some people have two. Actually, I don't think anyone here has 2. but you're going to start showing up as a leader. You're going to start showing up as like, I believe that I can do this. I am doing this, and being real, like being real about not I'm the greatest person in the world and I'm going to be the greatest leader. It's like I'm learning, but I'm showing up. And like qualities of a leader that people want, you want to be magnetic. You want to be like not physically attractive, but your energy is going to be attractive. So it ties back into the mindset thing of like, if you're showing up on like your live or your story and you're like, hey guys, you know, I started this business and I'm really passionate about it. That's not really telling me that you're passionate about it. It's like you want to show up as your best self. That mindset stuff is going to play into this, obviously, but you want to show up as the best version of you. And if you're having a bad day, just take a break. Don't force yourself to show up to be someone that you're not. Nobody's asking you to ever show up and be somebody that you're not. You just need to show up as yourself, but you need to work on those things about yourself that are really hard to work on. But it's going to make you be a better person and a better leader. You know, like do the things that are hard because it's going to push you to be a better leader. And charismatic, energetic, magnetic. Honestly, I never thought I would use any of these words in the past, but it's very true. It's like you want people, I think, for example, a lot of you either have been my friends before or you've joined me because like there was something that was like, oh, like, yeah, I'd like to be a part of her team. Why was that? What attracts you to people and go, she backs herself. She sounds like she kind of knows what she's talking about. She's got good energy. Like you have to display those things if you want to attract people into this, because you guys are all going to be leaders one day. You're going to be leading people and learning how to be a leader while you're doing it, sort of thing. Leaders know to rest, not quit. And I'm pretty sure all of you here are leaders, because I know that there are times where all of you have felt like quitting and instead you have given me a call or you have messaged me or you've taken a step back and be like, hey, I know I need a breather. So leaders know to rest and not quit, because I can't really see many of you quitting. I don't see any of you quitting, to be honest. I just see you all just keep pushing through. Checking in, yeah, people will sign up with you because there's something about you that they love. Literally every single person on this call, I can name one thing that I like love about all of you. What are those things that other people are going to be attracted to? Show up as that person. Show up as like, you know, and this is hard. Like it's not easy, because when you get into this business, you go, oh, what? Yeah, I'm almost done, babe. 5 more minutes or so, okay? Honestly, kids. It's not easy, because when you first get into this business, you have to ask yourself, like, who am I? What? I ask myself this all the time. I'm like, why do people, I used to say to my husband, I would say, why do people even like me? Like, why do people even want to be my friends? That is my biggest issue that I have had to work through. And obviously now, from being in this business, I know why people want to, and I believe in myself, and I have become more confident, and that's going to happen for all of you as well. But it is a pretty cathartic process to go, well, what makes me me? What makes me attractive to people? What are the good qualities about myself? Ask the people in your life. Ask the people who love you and say, what are my best qualities? Like, what do you like about me? And focus on that. Focus on those good things about yourself. Keep working on your mindset. Keep showing up as your best self, because that's what's going to attract people to you and make you guys good leaders. Leadership is not about skills at all. Leadership is about people will want to follow you, not because you know everything in the world. It's because they're going to want to follow you and be in your team because they like you. They like your energy. They like you. They believe in you, and they believe that you believe in you. So if you believe in yourself, other people are going to believe in you at the end of the day. And obviously this stuff isn't easy. It's pretty deep work, but these are the things that you constantly want to be working on to show up as the best person that you can be at the end of the day. And that's pretty much what this business is about, because you're going to be leading others and you're going to be talking with people and helping them change their lives and so on and so forth. Like, I never thought that I would be talking to you guys about this sort of thing, but I have worked on myself and I've done things to help me grow in those areas. Like, for me, literally, I get up in the morning and I will do my prayer. I will do some meditation if I have time, write down my goals for the day, and every night I try and read 1 page of a book. 1. I can't even give myself 10 pages. It's literally 1 page, but I know that I'm working on myself, and I know that I'm working on my mindset, and I know that it's making me better, even if it's like 0.5% a day. And so these are the things that are going to make your business grow. If you have connection, if you like love people, you build relationships, you work on yourself, your business will grow. Promise you, without a doubt, it will. So I think, what was I going to say? Yeah, and your congruency in thoughts, words, and actions. So it means that all of those things, this is the last thing I'll talk about, but it means that your thoughts, actions, and your words all line up and match with each other. If you say that you're a leader, act like it. If you say, like, if you talk to people about, you know, how much you value, I don't know, health and family, show up as the best mum that you can be. Take care of your health. Take care of yourself. Show people that you're doing that. Like, pretty much just be like what you say you are. Your thoughts match your actions, you know, because like, you're not going to get, like, you're not going to be like, I'm a great leader and this and that, and then you put, like, I don't know, I can't think of anyone who does this in our business, but for example, actually, no, I have come across one girl who I was like, wow, that's a lot, who gets on their story and just like swears heaps, and then puts up a video of them absolutely sloshed. Like, obviously you want to be yourself, but like puts up a video of them sloshed on the weekend, and your business just goes out the window because people are like, oh, she's a massive pisshead. And she talks about how much she's like values her business and stuff like that. But next minute she's showing people, like, you know, all these sorts of things. So it has to match what you're saying, what you're doing, all that sort of thing. Okay, that's pretty much it, because I do have more notes, but it's an hour and I could talk about this stuff a lot. But I want to, if any of you have any questions about anything, obviously you can, I'm going to unmute everyone, and well, you guys can unmute yourself, but if you have any questions or need any help with any of that, let me know, or just take it all and we'll be done. Is everyone all good with that stuff? Hopefully you've got something out of it all, or even if you've got one thing, I'm happy with that. But yeah, reach out to me if you want to set up a, well, not if, when we're going to set up an opportunity call for you guys to be able to send to other people. If you're having trouble with market partners, you don't know what to say or whatever, message me, let me know, we'll figure it out together. Cool. Send me your next VIP. Okay, honestly, we will get to a point where I will be stacking things under you to sit, like, you know, that's it doesn't happen. It does happen, I mean. But anyway, I'll have the next from there. Okay, you guys can just have all my VIPs. If you guys are signing up market partners, take all my VIPs, okay? Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you guys. Cool. Love you all. Bye.